COMA Girl by Stephanie Bond. For as long as I can remember, I've had insomnia. I've always been a night owl and a morning person, surviving on 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep cobbled together in restless bouts. In hindsight, I realize all my life I sort of resented having to sleep. I suppose I was afraid on some subconscious level I'd miss something important or exciting or unrepeatable, which makes my current predicament all the more ironic. I am in a deep vegetative state, better known as a coma. Other people refer to my situation as sad, heartbreaking, even tragic. I find all the attention rather strange, considering before I landed in bed 3 in the long-term care ward of Brady Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia, I was the girl no one paid much attention to. I was the middle child, middling pretty, middling smart, a middling achiever with a middling personality in a middling job at a middling company. My name is Marigold Kemp, but these days I'm more commonly referred to as COMA Girl. Apparently, I have a bit of a following. I've trended on social media. I have my own hashtag. Since it appears I'm going to be here for a while, I thought I might as well start telling my story. There have been a few twists and turns as to how I got here, and doubtless more to come. The list of pluses of being in a coma is pretty darn short. But if I had to name the best thing, it's that you can learn a lot when people think you aren't listening. I am the ultimate eavesdropper, and friend, if I ever wake up, I'm gonna write a tell-all. Meanwhile, I'll tell you.
Hi there. I'm Stephanie Bond, author of the COMA Girl Daily Podcast, inviting you to come along for the ride to uncover all the secrets as Marigold Kemp, better known as COMA Girl, learns more about her dysfunctional family, friends, and caretakers than she wants to know, all while thinking if by some miracle she opens her eyes and gets back to her life, things will be drastically different than before. Subscribe now so you don't miss a single day of the 6-month romantic comedy mystery that grows more intriguing as it unfolds. I'll be adding bonus episodes throughout to share the true origin story of COMA Girl and to answer listener questions. Be sure to send a link to friends so you can enjoy the free COMA Girl podcast together. Thanks, and happy listening.
This is the COMA Girl Daily Podcast, written by Stephanie Bond, narrated by Maureen Jones, produced by Propeller Studios. July 1st, Friday. Today, I came back from wherever I've been since the accident that put me here. Well, not back entirely, but just below the surface of wakefulness, close enough to process the audio inputs around me, yet not close enough to respond. But I'm starting to string together those gluey inputs, starting to make sense of things. From repeated muffled announcements over a public address system, I know I'm in Brady Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. I recall Brady has a renowned trauma center, a fact that both terrifies and comforts me. And from the conversations between nurses and orderlies, I gather I've just been moved to this room. The fact that my situation is new to them is helpful to me because it's new to me, too.
I see we have a fresh one,
a male voice said.
Right,
another guy said. A rustle of paper sounded.
Chart says her name is Marigold Kemp. A marigold in the vegetable patch. That's funny.
The vegetable patch, I realized, is the term given to the long-term care ward, and apparently there are 4 of us veggies in the room.
What happened to her?
TBI.
Huh?
Traumatic brain injury.
That explains the head bandage.
A bandage? I needed my thin brown shoulder-length hair to frame my face just to be passably attractive. I'm pretty sure a bandaged head is not a good look for me.
Head-on collision Memorial Day weekend.
You know Keith Young?
The Falcons' new hotshot receiver? Yeah, man. He was driving the other car.
No shit, is he okay?
Of course, they would be more concerned about a Falcons recruit than little old meaningless me.
Physically, yeah, but they say he was driving drunk. He's screwed big time.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, another girl in the car, a sister, I think.
Sydney? Oh my God, was she?
But she walked away with only a few scratches.
Thank you, Mother Mary.
Which means she can testify against Young.
Yep.
Damn, there goes any hopes of being in the playoffs.
Their voices faded. Then I heard a door open and close. I've never heard of Keith Young, but then I'm not a football fanatic. How can someone grow up in the Southeastern Conference with an older brother playing college football and not be a fan? Let me clarify. I know the rules of the game, and I cheered on my brother Alex as he pounded, and got pounded, for the University of Georgia Bulldogs. But I guess I just never saw the point. Ironic, huh? That my mother always fretted he would end up in the hospital with a head injury? Even more so now that Alex is in Afghanistan. He once joked with my parents that the traffic in Atlanta is more harrowing than a battlefield. And I guess he was right. I backtracked and assimilated the information I'd overheard. My sister and I had been in a car accident caused by an inebriated professional athlete, and apparently I'd sustained the brunt of the impact. I had no memory of the event and, in fact, couldn't remember my last memory. There were wispy bits in the corners of my brain, but they remained elusive. According to the timeline I'd cobbled together, I'd lost the entire month of June. How is that possible? Where did it go? And how insignificant is my life that I could be absent from it for a month, and the world had pretty much kept bumping along? And I hate to start sounding like a whiny little vegetable, but where is my family? Because it's pretty obvious to me, now that I can hear and understand what's going on around me, I'll be waking up any minute now.
It's Stephanie again. What do you think will happen next in the Coma Girl Daily podcast? Be sure to subscribe now so you don't miss a single episode of this 6-month saga. And check the show notes for more information about Coma Girl ebooks and the complete audiobook, plus links to other serials I've written. Thank you for joining the Coma Girl Party. This is going to be so fun.